On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Let's go.
A man coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. When you look at the Saints defense, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big difference in the game? Their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And Pierce gets it again on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. The Texans in 2-3 here to begin the new season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. This defense for the Saints, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here comes third down at 7. Stroud to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 right at the 40. And Stroud now to throw. He gets this one to Mechie. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
There we go. Rig. Hurt. Hey, smash front. Cup 19.
Back to the ground with Pierce. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get numbers, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Panther 11. Ready.
Stroud swings this one out wide for Pierce. Touchdown, Texans! Dameon Pierce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. You look at the defense for these Texans. Currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now on is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Second down throw now from Stroud. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Tapped down with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Ready.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
Panther Street. Panther Street.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside. Now the
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, That's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here we go, even.
A second down throw for Winston. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Winston, he's going to audible to something else. That is caught, and they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First down, Saints. Wait.
To the air again with Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. Room to maneuver at the 35. And down to the 28-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Winston. Gets this complete to Shaheed. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
18 Rattler. 70 Lions. 18 Pioneer. Big Lion. Ready up.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Collins. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston on to punt for Houston. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Jameis going to shift him around.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, go, 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 go.
Winston now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
They'll throw again. Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Winston from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Play action. Stroud now. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
19 Tiger.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition.
There he goes, right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Winston.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position he wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Another one caught by Collins. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Mustang 19.
Stroud. Caught left side by Mechie. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Hey, Trash.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
79 Broncos.
Stroud on 3rd down now. This will be complete to Mechie. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
60 Bobcats. Buffalo 18. Hey, check that. Street.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Maverick.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
Ready.
Stroud sets up the play action. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 46 yards. And the Texans take a 3.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, Winston. Little short pass here to Hill. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and
Jameis again.
at the Texans' 42-yard line.
And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 42 yards. And the Saints are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Cowboy 80.
Pierce now up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Got his man, Dell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Ready.
And they'll try the option on first and goal.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
C.J. Stroud
Scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Stroud off the play fake.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Bronco 80. Panther 60. Panther 60. 65, 65.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
Let's go.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Check smash. Check smash.
Give to Pierce.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Break. Panther Street. Panther Street.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
82 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Winston.
And now here is another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
45. Saints 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously you're trained.